Come on, dude. Like we're talking about this. We're talking about leaning on me. You know, I mean, we did spend quite some time leaning on each other, supposedly.
Yeah.
Was it romantic? I felt it was pretty romantic.
Yeah. Haven't had that in a while.
Didn't you just get married?
I know, right? I know, right? I knew you were gonna say that shit. I think since both of us are kind of like talents, we work like we're feeding off events and stuff. So I think for me, since I work as a host, there's in all honesty, there wasn't much a demand of getting a host for esports events anymore. So usually they would just get casters. So I think things have not been easy, but there's a blessing in disguise. I think I did manage to actually land a job right now, a full-time job, 4 months ago. So yeah, I think, you know, after all that misery being in pandemic, not be able to actually get a steady flow of income, I think.
I mean, just to share a little bit on what happened to me. I mean, it's been a very dull past 2 years, dealing with a little bit of that like locked-in depression that some people are starting to have. But luckily enough, I mean, I count a blessing, so to speak. Was able to get by pretty alright. But you know, I mean, COVID got me a wife, dude. Like the lockdown got me a wife. I can say that support systems are really important, you know, at home. Like being able to just have somebody to just talk to somebody, even though like you're stuck at home and stuff. You're living on your own now, you're with a wife now.
Yes, I am. Yeah. I mean, before this, I was also with my family. So very fortunate enough. So I start thinking like, whatever happened to those people who were stuck alone?
I'm starting to lose a little bit in terms of my ability to socialize on the outside though.
Yeah.
The fact that I'm like a dog, you know, that you bring out to the park and I see other dogs. See another person, I'm like, oh, another person, gotta talk to the person, you know, like you tend to overcompensate. And then there's this little bit of like, yeah. 2 years have passed, but you only felt like you felt like 10 years have passed. Because you feel like this lost amount of time, there's so much of time that you felt that you're doing the same thing, you're stuck in a habit, you're sedentary, you're just hanging out and life just passes you by.
I get when you said life passes me by, yeah. No, I think one of the things about losing that time felt like I wasn't going anywhere. You know, when you're stuck in one place, you want to progress in life to be better, but you're not even doing that. It's just still, like I mentioned, you know, like not having enough jobs here and there. So you want to progress in life, and you didn't expect at this point, especially at like I'm in my 30s, and
the peak pinnacle of your manhood, supposedly.
Correct, yeah. So this is not the time for me to go down. I'm supposed to keep going higher because if possible, I want to be super stable by I'm 40, you know. But then, oh man, losing 2 years, that's not good, not good at all. So it was concerning. I think my mom was very supportive because she knew I did not have financially couldn't help myself during the whole pandemic. So she said it's okay. Of course, I'm still concerned because I still need money in my pockets to
of course,
you know, let it grow. But she's like, it's fine, you know. So it's a tough feeling, and I don't want to go through that again.
Definitely.
You know, I'm trying to not remember what happened, but it was tough. I know when people say it's okay, we're still alive. I know, but deep inside, I also, you know, wanna, you know, do something. You know. Now, currently, I bounce back. Yeah. Like before this, I was like falling and then just stay down. You know, like stay down.
Yeah.
Like, shit. It was like, of course, felt a bit sadness. I can't do much about it.
What was it? Was it like something like despair? Is it like an emotion, a mental state?
It was a mental state.
Oh,
so
yeah?
It's more of a mental state, so it's kind of tough. And during that time, even though, like I mentioned, even though your parents tell you, like giving you all this positivity, but also deep inside, I need to change this on my own, you know? There's so much that others can actually do for you, but at the end of the day, it's up to you for you to actually make this change. So it's definitely tough. Especially, like, I think for me and you, I mean, I'm speaking for myself, when our job requires us to actually be there meeting people on a weekly basis, and we're not just meeting 1 or 2 people, we're just meeting like a crowd, entertaining people and all that. And that changed to staying at home. I felt like my drive was a little bit gone there, because like, man, when was the last time I was actually on stage and entertaining people, mass amount of people at the same time as well. But now I'm just stuck at home, and one of my biggest concerns is like, if I were to come back into doing the same stuff that I did before, will I be able to actually do it the way I did it before? Will I be the same? Because I start to get worried, like I might be rusty. There was a time when my family and my fiance's family, during that time, while my wife was still my fiance, decided on a date, hey, things are getting serious, marriage is coming and all this. That was the second drive. It has come to a point where I don't have a choice. I need, the first one was I need to get my shit together. The second one was you need to get your shit together. You have no choice, because if not, because I'm taking up the responsibility of taking the responsibility of taking care of another person, which previously belongs to her family members, to the mom and dad, and now I need to shoulder responsibility. So it's now or never.
I don't think I've actually bounced back, to be honest. When you have every choice taken away from you, right? It's either you find something new to motivate yourself and you build up upon that, or you pick up a new skill and hopefully something comes along the way. I have enough skill, talent, and understanding to get by with what I have, right? But I don't enjoy it as much as I do anymore because of the pandemic. I miss the smell of a studio. I miss working with crowds, even though I'm not the most friendly or outgoing person. A few years back, I was able to travel to somewhere like Abu Dhabi. I was able to travel to places like China and stuff, do casting. Now, for the past 2 years, the most I've seen is the outside of my garden when I go for a coffee break. Home is a studio now, and I feel like there is hope, but it's so like, will my life change after this? I hope it does. I really hope it does, because I'm kind of stuck in a rut, and like I'm scared. I'm so scared because I've got so much to offer, but the clock is ticking.
Yes.
Right?
Clock is ticking.
The clock is ticking. I don't want to be doing a lot of some of the other stuff that I'm going to be doing when I'm 40 or 50, especially if I have a kid. Now that I'm married as well, priorities change. I'm kind of happy that like for how this is our slogan today, like finding people to lean on, right? My wife was the corner of the wall that I needed to lean on, supposedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was I guess she was at least great, She puts up with my crap. Not exactly an easy person to love, bro.
I mean, I do wonder, like I know you lean
on her. What do you wonder?
Like you lean on her, does she lean on you?
Of course she does.
Okay, alright.
Of course she does. What kind of redundant question you trying to
I don't know.
What you trying to do, man?
No, because you said that, because she said that. Luckily, she was the one cooking. Right?
This is how Flava tries to get me. He tries to ask all these rhetorical questions, imply me. I mean, like, I'm in this relationship with my wife. She's gotta lean on me as much as I lean on her.
Great.
Right? You gotta have that support system. I'm lucky enough to be able to provide for her, even though that, yeah, she went through a hard time as well. She how to say? She lost her job during the pandemic, like many other people as well. There were a lot of struggles going in. And I think the biggest thing that I learned that's very important is that you gotta learn to laugh. Like, as much as what I've said can be viewed as negative or nihilistic, right? I still laugh at that fact because like it's only a matter of time before the next pandemic comes in and we gotta do something weird,
For me, she was only my fiancée for like a month. And then we got married. So it wasn't like that long,
Speed track. Huh?
Yes. So people thought like this was a speed run of some sort. So that's the thing. Until because it was 2 years, right? So from the whole 2020, I was surviving on my own. Basically, like I only got to know her early this year, and we get to know each other and all that. So, but the whole 2020 was just me. You know, I don't remember how it feels like during the start of the pandemic. All I know is that I don't want to return back to that feeling where I got bored. I was just bored of nasi putih and telur mata, even though that used to be the best thing in the world for me. But now it's like, no more. Going through that daily basis where you work at home, you sleep at home. After you're done with that, you do the same thing over and over again.
No, hell no.
You're bored, especially during the time when I didn't have a job. You're bored, no job, not even having good food, no one to talk to. Basically, you know, when you're desperate to actually talk to someone, and that's where you start to resolve to Discord.
Bored, alone, hungry, horny. I got it.
Yeah. So yeah,
I got it. Seems
was
legit.
Was it? Yeah, bored, alone.
I mean, humor has always been my defense mechanism for everything. I make fun of the most of the most darker subjects. Like you so happen to witness just now behind the scenes, right? But like the thing I feel that is the most scariest thing is that as the pandemic started to go on, right, my laughter soon became more of sadness more than anything else. You know, you're laughing because it's so sad. It's not funny anymore, you know? You know? Oh, look, the government is fighting. That means we're still going to be stuck longer. Oh, no. I feel like the fact that we also had protests and stuff during a pandemic goes to show that I think people are just so dissatisfied with everything right now with the pandemic. It's a scary feeling to be in, you know, like to have something brewing inside you and you just don't know what to do. You can't blame yourself, you can't blame the government, you can't blame the world. What can you do? I think it's really important for you to have a strong understanding of what you are. Know that it's okay to be vulnerable. And know that it's gonna be a better day. I might be very nihilistic and a little bit like how to say, sardonic.
A little bit. Okay.
Yeah. Don't be.
I miss him. Okay, I miss him. Okay, don't mind me on this.
That was a rhetorical, dude. You've been throwing that all day. You think I don't know what rhetoricals are? Oh.
Dude, here's the thing. You're not gonna be hearing this for the next few months until we meet. Okay, so just enjoy the moment. Okay. Now it tells you that when you're at the lowest point of life, you're like, okay, it's fine to admit, it's fine for you to be vulnerable and admit that, hey, I'm having problems, I'm having issues, I should open up. I want to talk to someone. I need to talk to someone rather than, it's okay, I can do this. It's okay, I don't need anyone to help me. At one point, you're like, okay, you know what? I really need to, you know, before to help myself get back up. So I think it's very important for us to open up. It's fine to actually show a moment of vulnerability if it helps you to get you back on your feet.
There are a lot of reasons why people tend to do this, you know, close up and not seek outwards for help. It's because sometimes it comes from a place of overconfidence. So you can chalk that up with pride, with ability, like your strong belief in yourself, right? Mm-hmm. And then sometimes it comes from a place of shame, right? And sometimes it comes from a place of like I don't want to inconvenience people, which sometimes can go with shame.
For me, for people who can't open up, not everybody is like, you know, willing to open up, but no matter what, they will probably die rather than opening up. Sometimes we can't change these people.
Oh yeah.
But you need to help yourself in the process. You know, start by opening up, telling someone. It could be your family members. It could be your friends. It could be, you know, any of the authorities out there who would cater to your issues and stuff. You know, just like what Hound said just now, that it's not going to be easy. For some people, they have their own reasons why they want to say it, probably because of shame. It's probably because it's something that they don't want to share out, you know. They'll probably not just give trouble to yourself, but also probably bring trouble to the family. And so you can't force them, because, you know, forcing someone to actually do something they don't want to do is also not a good thing. So if you're going through an issue, trust that there are people out there who's willing to help, you know. It all starts with you opening up. At one point, like, since I haven't been seeing Nick for a while now, I know him well enough to know that he can actually get that drive easily, because previously he was a super athlete. He was an MMA fighter. If he wants to lose weight, he can do it. You know, he has this, how do I say this, discipline in him, you know. I believe that he can do it, but of course I would not. I would not know the struggles that he's going through, because I am not him. Those are the things that we see from the outside, but we don't know what's going on the inside for him. You know, we're not in his life. You know, but the best thing I can only tell Hound right now, the best advice I can give him is probably, like, if at any point in your life, if you want to share or someone to listen to your problems or issues, if you need any kind of assistance, I'm there for you.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, so because I really because no doubt, like he just yeah, I truly believe that he's very disciplined if he can do all that, you know. That's how I evaluate all this. Yeah. I expect some money in my bank account after this.
You hold me to such. He holds me to such high esteem. I've always looked at you more as a person that I don't gauge. I don't literally like, here's your career, here's my career, and I gauge whether I'm here, whether you're there. I see like, wow, this is what Farouk is doing right now. Maybe I should, like, you know, maybe I should like push myself a little bit more. Do something a little bit more out there. I've always like taken your success as, not to say my own personal pride, but something to be like, wow, good job, Farouk, you know? And it reminds me of how far I've come along in this industry. Your success like has always reminded me that this is what we are now, you know, this is what we do with our lives. And my advice I can give you is just keep achieving what you do, bro. Yeah, but you were speaking with a really funny accent. And I always remember how you say esports. Esports, not esports, esports. Just the way he said it. Welcome to ABC Esports.
Usually that was him.
Okay,
I think I know him, man. So the way I said it was like, welcome to esports.